Hello guys, Unofix here. So that's another video. Long time I don't post a video. So this one will be in January 2021. So my last video posted was 2020. And Happy New Year for you all. And hope this year will be better than the 2020 for sure. Oh, we got some snow yesterday. Like it's a snowman in there, and there's another one starts sleeping in there because it's sun. So the snow starts going. Right, so I see a video I got from a Peugeot, and the people really like French cars. This one is a Citroen. What is the problem of this car? Well, looks like he been somewhere. They changed the bearing, they put new sensor on ABS, and we still have an issue. So when you're driving along, that ESP light and the EBS light come on. So they probably now will be on now, so I have to start driving a bit, and then I will show you which lights come on. So of course I can drive and hold the camera, so I will put the video in pause and I will drive, and when the arrow come on I will show you which one is. So stay there. So like you can see now, the EBS light is on, it says service, and another thing is the gearbox don't go up, so it's stuck in the first gear and they go all along like that. So what I have to do, I have to go manual to drive the car, at least to get to third gear, so the car goes more quicker. So like I am out from home now about 5 minutes, so now it's quite tricky to drive this car back. But this is the fault he developed after what, 2 minutes of driving, and then it goes here, the gears go nice, 1 2 3 4, and then bang, you have straight away that fault in there. So, well, we have to investigate this. The sensor is new, so it's not the sensor. The bearing is new, so it's not the bearing. To me, this is a malfunction. So what I have to do as well is connect the computer and see what the faults come up. And then we go from there. But I believe this is a wire broken. That's normal for Citroen, but we will have a look. Right, so my camera goes off for some minutes, so for some reason. Right, okay, so the service light's still there. I just turn off the car. When you turn off the car, turn on, it works normal, but then it happens again. So I have everything ready here. So I will go on a EBS Bosch 80, connect, and let's see what fault we got. So we go in the faults. There you go. Front left speed sensor. So is something wrong with that sensor on the front? So to me, so somebody already fit a new bearing, a new sensor, so it's nothing to do with that. So what it is bad connection. So the car works fine, and then the wires start playing up. To me, this is the wire. So what I will do now, so I will put the car in the garage, and then tonight I will make the video, charge my phone because the battery is dying, and make a video, and let's find out where this fault is. So it shouldn't be complicated because there's nothing else in here. So let's see, check the gearbox then. So if we go in the gearbox, we will check the gearbox, see what it says. Of course the gearbox will have an error because the sensors is not working how it should. So it's nothing wrong with your gearbox, guys, is the sensor. So if the gearbox will pick up an error in the sensor, of course it don't will work right. Okay, so it's all connected. Like you can see in the gearbox side, it says EBS information permanent. Okay, so of course if the EBS will be on, the car never will run because it will have a fault. So in here is some options, but so like you can see, gearbox grid, clutch cycle, gearbox counter, so it's nothing to do with that. We will do nothing like this. And then we got here some bits. Yeah, this is for check the gears. It's lots of things you can do in here. This is not what I'm interested in now. So yes, so this is a wire issue. You know the Citroens and the Renaults, they suffer of broken wires. And straight away when the guy spoke with me, I said, okay, if this thing was changed, you have a problem in the circuit. So it's one of the wires broken. It's quite cold outside today, it's 3 degrees. You can see still some snow on the floor. Yeah, so let's see where this wire broken is. So I'm glad because it's only one fault. Even if we go to the engine, everything should be alright. So let's check. Sorry guys, I have to put the phone a little bit up because otherwise I can see what I'm doing. So this is a diesel 1.6, yeah, that's the correct engine. And now it's a little bit foggy, my phone, sorry guys. Takes a little bit long. Yeah, so this is to do with the gearbox, I believe. So they don't say what it is, but the car runs fine. The power is very good. So is our problem is the EBS. Okay, so it's like you see, it's not nothing in there now, but if I start the car, it will come on straight away default. So we know we have a problem with the sensor. So let's see where this issue is. Okay, so start my computer and waiting because sometimes this take ages to start. I have to install another hard drive more quicker to do this. But anyway, so I'm sorry about the noise, but I got the dryer working. Actually, it's drying clothes and it keeps me warm as well because it's 1 degree today outside. It's not snow, it's snow gone already, but yeah, it keeps me warm. So I hope you can hear me well. So what I want to do here today is I want to start the diagnostic. I got the key in ignition already and the ignition is on. What I want to do is see the live data and spin this wheel and see if the values will change. Just to see. And we go from there. And because I see something a little bit funny, but I will show you in a minute. The sensor is a little bit far away from the magnet on the bearing, and I believe this will give a wrong reading to the computer. So, well, you will see this in a minute. So we just have to wait till the computer starts because it's taking ages. Sometimes only the computer works when it wants. That's a fact. And yeah. See some spiders in there. Ooh. Right, okay, so let's go do this test. We're still waiting for this turn on. Jesus Christ. Right, so Citroen. Sorry guys, I have to, if I see this in the phone, it's a little bit strange. So 2008. Let's go to the EBS. Brake. I hope it will start. I mean the program will load because the battery on the car is low. Well, actually it did, so that's good news. So yeah, so that's the same code still there. I will try delete the code. It will go off, but as soon as you start driving, it will show us on again. So if I go here. So that is the speed of the wheels, okay? So this is our problem, front left wheel speed sensor. So if you see on gray, I just have to jack the car a little bit more. For some reason it dropped a bit. Okay, so let's see if I got any reading. It looks like we got a reading in there. Okay, that's not bad. So I just want trigger because I can see cables loose in here. Yeah, the cable is quite loose in there. It don't show more than 2 kilometers. What I will try to do is put the phone in a tripod and we try again. Right, so I hope you can see. Some reason my phone is a little bit blurry. This keeps happening with my phone. I think it's because of the light on the garage. But we have to keep eye on this one in here and see how much I can see the values in there. The good thing is you can see some is some values changing in there. So what's happening here? We have to have a look. We have to take the wheel off and have a look, because that's bizarre. If something will be wrong with this sensor, you don't will see a reading at all, right? So this means the wires is okay. So it means it's something else. So we have to take the wheel off and we will have a look. Right, I stopped the dryer a little bit, so you'll be able to hear me. Because it's quite noisy actually here if the dryer on. So, let's take this wheel off. To me, it's something that makes sense in here. We got the values. If you don't will have any reading, that's something to be concerned. I would say the wires playing up. If you got the reading, you have to be something else. So, let's see. I will stop the recording and then just put the flashlight on the phone, okay, and then you can see it. Okay, so we will inspect behind the hub. Oh dear, right, that's not very good. Right, so it's quite bad to show you guys, but let's see what's happening here. So that's the sensor. Right, okay, I think I found the problem. Can you see the clip? Let me see if I can put closer. Can you see that clip from the bearing where it is? That clip will cause problems to the reading. I will take the sensor off and I will show you what I mean. So I will need, I think it's a 10 mil. Right, okay, so it looks like the mechanic who was putting the bearing, and well, there's a sensor in there as well. So I presume he changed the sensor, but he didn't see what he done. So I think we found the problem. But the guy said when he changed the sensor, everything was fine. Right, so it's a little bit awkward to film, guys, I'm very sorry, but I will show you in a minute what I mean. Okay, so let's see what I'm talking about. Just try to put the phone in here so then you can see it. Okay, you can see something wrong in there. Well, actually, I think the clip is in the right place. But I don't know, that seems a little bit odd. Because I think this clip will do interference if the sensor, I'm not sure. But it's a brand new sensor. And also in here you can see these cables here all mess around. So what I will check as well is see if these cables they are okay, because that's strange. The sensor is new, you can see it's brand new. Sensor is brand new, so that's not a sensor problem, it's something else. And I believe the old sensor was good as well. So I just have to check these wires and then I will film in a minute, because it's a little bit tricky to me to see what really happened in here. But I will share with you if you got this issue. Yeah, that's bizarre, that's bizarre. Let me just put my computer here to sleep, because otherwise I don't will have battery in a minute. So I'll back in a minute with some news. So let me investigate this better. I don't think probably it's wires, it's something to do with that wheel. And that clip I don't think should be like that. I don't think, but probably I'm wrong, but we will check. Hello guys, Well, you don't will believe this. If I don't will show you, you don't will believe me. Okay? So, to start with, forgot the connections. Wait a second. Sorry guys, I forgot to turn on the flashlight. So, for start with, like I was saying, forgot the connections. Connection is fine. Okay? Why is fine? I can show you. So if I if I disconnect the plug, you will see is another code coming. Say is a short circuit. Connections is good. I found something very interesting, and I will show you guys. Okay? So this guy, the name I know who is Lucas. He's a Polish mechanic. He did some mistakes on the past, like change cam belts and they snap and or they come out, and lots of things I don't want to really go through. But this is probably the fifth car I receive after him touching, and silly stuff like this. You know, I'm not perfect, nobody is, but come on, when it's customer cars, I think the people have to be a little bit careful and don't do stuff like this. So what I will tell you what the problem is. So the bearing is faulty, and I will show you why. I will try to put the phone in a tripod so you will be still and you will see something on a bearing. Okay, so stay there. Okay guys, so this is the best angle I can get because it's a little bit complicated to get the phone in here. What I want you to pay attention, so on your left side of the screen, so where I will now put the screwdriver. So this clip in here, to be honest, I think it shouldn't be like that, but doesn't matter. This don't be, look how much grease is in here. Disgusting. I want you to pay attention to the magnetic bit, is that one there. Okay? In the middle, this one here. Oops. So what I want you to see is, this is like a bobble, a wobble on it. So it should be flat, and it's not. Pay attention. Just wait a second, I have to... Yeah, okay. Can you see it? Can you see? You can see the edge. Look, now it's quite deep, you know, so you can see now it's deep. It goes down here, you know. If I turn it, it goes up and it goes down. So you probably can see in the phone because it's a little bit tricky to see, but I can see on my eyes. Is something wrong if that magnetic? But I need to do something else so you can really see it. I need to put something in here. Okay, this is my pen, so I will turn very slow and let's see if the pen will drop. That's not far enough. Wait a second. That's it. So let's see if the pen will drop. Okay. Right, for some reason nothing happened. The pen moves. Just want to get this on the right place. See? Did you see? Did you see? Straight away is a difference on gap in there. So if I do again, because I can see it, I can see a difference, I can see something not right in that magnetic thing. See? There you go. So this is only for show you, like you can see, is one bit in here. You can see even the space, so pay attention. Pay attention to this circle in here. Okay, this one in here. Look how big it gets. And then it gets shorter again. See? So that, yes, even I will do again. I know some people probably will say this is pointless, but it's not. That's the only way you can see what's happened. Because if the magnetic is flat, the pen should move. I need to put the pen in the right spot. Okay. Let's see if it does like that. Now the problem is here. The problem is very close to the edge. See? It's grabbing. Right, I probably have to do something else, but I'm sure 100% the problem is in there. So I will do something else in here. I need to get this right. Now that will be difficult, but guys, I know this is the problem. 100% is difficult for show you on a camera. It's difficult for show you on camera, but like you can see, it goes straight away. No, the pen don't stay. Well, the thing is, I don't know if you can see it. I can see it. Is something wrong in there? And it's... Oh, sorry about the noise. Sorry, who got headphones on? Right. Now, let's see. It's going. It's going. There you go. See? There you go. So, what will happen in here? That's easy. Okay, is a gap in there. So, what's happened in a high speed, okay? This turns very fast, and then is a problem on it. Because I don't think the ABS sensor will catch all the speed of this, because of that wobble. And I tell you what, guys, it's bad. I'm trying to do everything to show you very good. You can see nothing on camera, but I'm 100% sure that this magnetic thing is not good. Okay, to me this have to be changed. Yeah, it is a bigger gap there. It's a bigger gap. Okay, well, so what I have to do in here, I have to remove all of this, yeah, and or get a new hub from the eBay and just put on, or get a new bearing. So I will speak with the guy and see what he thinks. But that magnetic thing is not good. Okay, so this is the problem of the car. And now I will show you something. If will be a bad connection on the sensor, this should happen. Like I was telling you guys, and I'm right. Is an open circuit. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So if it's a wire problem, like these cars, they suffer from wires issue, that will show open circuit. So we know we have an open circuit somewhere. But if you remember the before, what Cody was, what he was saying, is completely different thing. Okay, so it's not a connection, guys. It's the bearing. Okay, so that bearing over there have to come off. And you can see, I don't know if you see in the video before, but look of that space in there. It gets bigger, and then it gets smaller. See? You can see. You can see. I will point you again, because probably some people is missing, but that bit over there, you see? That shiny bit there, close to the magnet. Okay? So, if I will, you see how small is the gap? It's a little bit blurry because I don't know why my phone don't focus, but if I turn the bearing, look, it's getting bigger. See? It's getting bigger. So we found the problem, guys. That's the bearing. What I will do, probably install new bearing, take everything off, put new bearing on it, and this should sort the problem. Okay? So stay tuned. Well, stay tuned. Of course, this will be all together in one video, so we will see the results after. So stay there. Right, so the owner already spoke with me yesterday and he bought a bearing. So we got a bearing here. That's a very good brand SKF. And of course, I checked this bearing already, and actually it's a big difference on a magnet. So like you can see, I probably will take out from the plastic and then you can see better. Actually you can see it. You can see the magnet is flat. You see? The space from here and here, it's no space whatsoever, it's all in level. The one on the hub is completely different story, so I will take the hub now out and then I will show you what I mean. So before about this bearing stuff like that, I never do this before because I didn't have a press. But look at that. Somebody in the Christmas, well before Christmas, gave me a brand new 6-tone press. And this is the first time today actually I will use it. Because I didn't use it yet, so I will use for this one. Of course we have to be very careful. So the old bearing doesn't matter, so take the middle hub straight away out. And then take the clip. I bought a tool for the clip because I didn't have one. All the time I was using another one I got there. It's not really good for the job, this one is. So I just bought this one. I say, okay then, this one will help me today. So it should be fine. And yeah, let's take now the hub out. So I don't will film this to take out the hub out because it's easy. The hub is not really a rocket scientist to take it off. So all you have to do is take the ball joint out. That's it. The steering wheel rods have to come out, and then 2 bolts holds the hub to the strut, and it should come out off straight away. But before that, what we have to do is take the nut from the drive shaft. That's the first thing. Otherwise you never will take this off, okay? Because the drive shaft will be attached to the bearing and it will come off. Okay, so you know how to do this. Some of the people know this is easy to do. I think the more complicated task is to fit the new bearing in. So let's go and see how it goes. Right, so it was a mission, but the bearing is out, so I have to use like a tool like that to press it out. And the bearing wasn't very good because it's just broke in pieces. And now what I have to do, I can't take this off now, so what I have to do is just use a grinder and cut very slow on the sides, and then it should be, I should be able to extract it off. Very careful, should be okay. This tool actually is very handy, very good one. The bearing, oh well, I don't know what brand is this, because now is everything broken. I don't know, I don't really know. Is everything basically gone. Trying to take it off is a pain on these bearings, but of course 100% I didn't know the magnet. Like you can see, if you see the magnet, it's not straight. Look at that. Look what I was talking about. It looks like when you press the bearing, you press in the wrong way, and then that's why this start have an issue. Yeah. So I knew it, this guy did something wrong. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Past is past. We just move to the future. So the press is here, just bring outside in case something jump and hit the car or something. So the hub is here, we'll clean very well the hub. And yeah, it's a hard task, but it's done. So now what I just have to do, get the grinder, put new disc and do that. And we go from there. After a sacrifice, so it is, and the bits is there on the floor, is everywhere, so I was cutting very careful to take this off, and it came off. And now the new bearing is on, like you can see. Okay, so the sensor will fit perfect in there, and like you can see now the bearing, it looks good. Okay, so if I do like that, you can see straight. Okay, so yeah, just put the shaft now in the middle and put all back together and see how it will go. Well, that's the first time I use a press and do the bearing, and I can say I'm very happy with my results. So like you can see, it's perfect. So now what we have to do is, I will put the sensor now on. So I just need to disconnect the sensor from here, because I think it's already disconnected. I think it's this plastic is a little bit annoying. Right, just let me put the phone here for a minute. If one hand is difficult to work. Jesus, that was very tight. Okay, so 1 second guys, it's a little bit dark in there, but you will get light now. So the reason I'm doing this outside, so I can check the clip if it will interfere or be on the front of it. So if I put the clip in here, clip now the sensor. Okay. The gap now is perfect. Look, very close to the magnet. That's the way it should be. Now let's put all together. Should be quick to put all together. Have a test drive and see if my fix resolve this weird problem. Okay guys, so the car is all together. Like you can see, still not straight because we have to reverse for the suspension back to normal. Right, so what I will do now, before I test drive the car, just have to go back on here, and I will check if it's still any codes on the system. Yeah, again, economy mode, because the battery is very low in this car. So yes, so before we test drive, so let's delete all the codes. And yeah, so the open circuit, I did disconnect the sensor, that was the last time. And no codes. Right, so this is the moment of the truth. Of course, I know the bearing wasn't good, but probably I could be wrong. But I'm 100% sure that bearing, it wasn't giving good readings to the car. So what I will do now is we will test drive together. I will get a way to put my phone in here on a tripod, so it will be in place, and then we can have a good test drive and see how the car will behave. Okay, so stay there. Okay guys, so I hope you can see well. I got a tripod on the top of the laptop and then the seat belt, so I hope nothing will happen if the screen, so you can see the screen there. So I will start the car just to make sure you can see everything, all the lights. Yeah, you can see everything is there good. Okay, so what we will do now, we will take to a test drive and see if my fix did work. Start, that's good. Let's see, yeah, you can see everything in there. So okay, let's see if this done the trick or not. Yeah, it's all there. So okay, automatic cars, I'm not a person of, yeah, this, sorry about that, but the sensors is very noisy. Sorry guys, I don't know even how to turn off this thing. Okay, it's quiet. It's loud, it's very loud, the sensors. I don't know if it's original from Citroen or somebody put for him, but it's quite noisy. Right, okay, so we leave the garage. Okay. Right, okay, so let's go for a drive. Okay, so far so good. Fourth gear, that's good. See the gears in there, I think, but I will tell you the gears on the screen. I think the gears is here, only here, not there. No, it's not there. Fourth gear. Before, when it goes on the fourth gear, the fault comes straight away. So what I will do, I will take the car there to a good road to speed up a bit, and then we go from there. Gear, that's good. Let's hold the gears now more higher. So still in the fourth gear. Fifth gear. Yeah, here is 50. I'm a little bit faster, so that, I got a police car behind me. So be a good boy, no, but I can say this is fixed. Let's go for a longer drive. To me, in the beginning, like the guy was checking everything, the sensor and the bearing was new. It was a little bit strange. But when I see the magnet, it shouldn't be like that, because the sensor never will pick up the speed right. So like you see now, the difference is flat. So the sensor will pick up the magnet 100%. Fourth gear, everything seems normal, perfect. I can tell you 100% the car is fixed. It should the light come on by now. It's good. So we keep going. If the BMW go a little bit fast, we should be alright. Yeah, it goes a little bit slow. I don't understand how some people drive so slow. Come on, really? So you decide to go on the right, so you could go straight away on the right, and that's good. It's good power, this car, 1.6. I did change the cam belt on this car 1 year ago. He bought this car for a good price, and then he asked me to do a cam belt, so I did a cam belt. It's in good condition, this engine. Of course, the bearing was changed by Lucas because I was very busy with another friend's cars. So I told him, sorry, I can do the bearing for you. Even I didn't have the press, to be honest. And then he said, oh, okay, then I get somebody else to do it. So car, but I'm insured to drive any cars anyway, so it doesn't matter. Sometimes in here they stop people to check. But it's quite not often. Compared to Portugal is worse. Portugal is all the time, they stop you every second if they see you. Okay, so we go back now. The steering is good, no noises, suspension good. Only the old springs in the back, so his springs broke on this car, and I did change the springs for him. The both springs on the front gone. So when I changed the springs for him, I did have a look on that sensor. I said, well, I clean everything, have a go, and see if he will drive okay. But looks like the fault come back. That's why the second time I checked the car, I said, well, this is not right. Sixth gear, amazing. I think this guy will be happy. So do I. The bearing is good quality anyway. SKF, I use this brand a lot. Even for another bearings. Another car is easier to change because it's only 3 bolts or 4 bolts and they come out the hub. That's easier. This one you need a press. And actually a guy before Christmas gave me a press. And I was very surprised because I fix cars for him and for his wife, so, and they like me. I suppose. I'm sure they like me, so. Third gear and fourth gear. There you go. This engine is good. I like this engine. This is a PSA engine, of course, it's Citroen, but Fords they use the same engine as well, and Jaguars. Jaguars I think is only 2 liters. It's quite good engines. Look at that. Third gear again, and fourth gear. There you go. Like you can see, guys, no lights. Everything is perfect. Fifth gear, here on the cluster. Fifth gear now, automatic. Very good. So we get home for finish the video. Lots of tire noise. Because the guy was concerning, he was reading online and they were saying like it could be the gearbox fault. But I said to him no, because if the ABS don't will working right, so the gearbox, it will send a fault to the ECU, and then of course the gearbox don't will work right. It's automatic anyway for start with, so he will detect a problem. He will be like, let's say in limp mode, so you take the car to garage. It's not really limp mode because you don't lose the power, but the gears don't change, so you have to go in a manual, a SME manual, for you to drive more quicker till third gear. That's it. And I said to him, no, it can't be the gearbox. Gearbox, everything seems fine to me. I don't see any issues whatsoever with the gearbox. So. 5 gear, static cars, but I think to pull away on the traffic lights, you can't have better than that. You just change the gears very quick. Okay, so I think my job is done. There we go. Now we arrive home after a good drive. Lights is off. Everything is good. Okay, so reverse and put the car in there for my friend. Take the car later. He will be so happy now. Put like that so his wife can take the car easier. Okay. I hate this beep. Like you see, guys, it's all good. Okay, so just let me take the phone out from here. So it's all good, like you can see. Oh, I don't know why I pressed this, but okay, that should be all right. So like you can see, guys, no lights on. So now is the handbrake light because I have the handbrake on. But yes, so the problem is fixed. Like you can see, I'm happy with the results. So I will text the guy to come pick up the car, and all good. So this wasn't a sensor. This wasn't a problem if the wires. This was actually a bearing. So I hope you like this video, guys. So I did my best for teach you. Well, of course, this is a quite odd one, because I see before in Audi one bearing in the back, the magnet was no good, and then no power steering. This ESP light was on, lots of lights was on, and the videos is in my channel, but not about that problem, but another problem about Audi starting. But this one was the same problem. Was the same problem with the magnet, you know. So when I look, it's something not right in here, because the magnet, it can be like that. Otherwise, the sensor never will pick up. So yes, I hope if somebody have this problem, this will help. Thanks for watching, and if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, and I will post more videos soon as possible, and I will have a little bit of time, or I will have something tricky to fix like this car was. Stay tuned.